Very good day everybody, and welcome to another video. This is your favorite funky sim pilot. My name is Arkady Gidzenko, and I'll be your captain for today's flight. And today's flight will take us back once again to the Airbus A319-100 by Phoenix. For a short flight, 1 hour and 1 minute of flight time from Madrid to Lisbon, operated by Air Portugal. We'll be using real world time and real world weather. We'll be using GSX and Saint Engines AI. Well, let's get into it. Alright, so we got the overlay up there. Let's have a look. So we're parked at gate T19 at Madrid Airport. So we have that. Fine on Airline, passing by. Alright, well let's get everything set up. So hop onto the flight deck. And here we are, where it's all nice, chill and quiet until we start our engines. Alright. Battery 1 and 2. External power. Ground control through oxygen supply. Set everything up here. Right, so we have 37 minutes to set everything up, and I think we'll do it a lot quicker. Departure weather. Wind 020 at 2 knots, hardly any wind, 10 kilometers or more visibility, few clouds at 5,000 feet. We're at 27 degrees centigrade, 16 degrees dew point, QNH 1021. Let's set that. CPU chocks and cones are in place, doors, so let's start the boarding.
Boarding requested.
So to check the LPPT, cost index 21, cruising altitude 330. And our fuel will be 5.9 thousand kilograms of fuel. Final reserves plus alternate is 2.4. Rounded up 2.5. The departure runway scheduled is 36 left with the CCS to X-ray departure. Not sure what CCS stands for. And direct to ELVAR, direct to UPULO. UPULO is our arrival. UPULO to Alpha for runway 02. Let's get the charts. One 30855.
Three zero Zulu. Arriving runways 32 left, 32 right. Departing runways 36 left, 36 right. Wind calm. Visibility 10. Fuel at 5000. Temperature 26, dew point 16. QNH 1021. Transition level 140. Advise on initial contact. You have information Sierra. Barajas Airport, information Sierra.
Do you want to board
0830 Zulu. Arriving
Pilots
runways
boarding
32
started.
left, 32 right. Departing runways 36 left, 36 right. Wind calm. Visibility 10. Fuel at 5000. Temperature 26, dew point 16. QNH 1021.
Alright, we got the
Transition
weather.
level 140. Advise on initial contact. You have information Sierra. Barajas Airport, information Sierra. 0830 Zulu. Arriving runways 32 left, 32 right. Departing runways 36 left, 36 right. Wind calm.
So do we have 355? Yes, and we'll need to open some doors. Aft cargo forward, cargo, they're still opening.
Your crew has boarded. Passengers boarding started.
Right, let's get our clearance. Delivery, good morning, Air Portugal 1019. Type is Airbus A319-100. We are at gate Tango 19. We have information Sierra requesting ELVAR clearance to Lisbon.
Air Portugal 1019er, cleared to Lisbon, via the Cáceres 2 X-ray departure. Runway 36 left, initial climb 13,000, departure on 124.23, squawk 6575.
Cleared by the Charlie Sierra to X-ray departure out of runway 36 left. Initial climb, flight level 130, departure frequency 124.23. Squawk 6575, Air Portugal 1019.
Air Portugal 1019er, read back correct. Contact ground on 121.9er8.
Right, so let's set things up here. Let's see, temperature was 27. We have it yet. Not yet, actually. Let's not forget. Oops. Alright. Also going to start the APU. Alright, so while the aircraft is trying to figure out where it is, got some more lights in here. And on squawk code 6575. So to set up, look, ATSU. So the flight number will be Portugal 1019. The cost index was 21, and cruising altitude was 330. Let's also get our winds. And then all in there. So the departure was runway 36 left. The Charlie Sierra to X-ray departure. There is no transition. Insert. But for the arrival, have a look there. 02, the UPULO 2 Alpha. UPULO 2 Alpha, no transition. Insert, and that's sitting there looking correct. So copy this into the secondary. So for the fuel page. Let's do instant load of the entire aircraft. So 55.3. And our CG is 30.7. Block fuel 5.8, let's say 5.9. Just to double check. Yeah, 5.9. Next fuel 200. I'm guessing this all look nice. Right. So then finally the performance. Let's open the flight deck door. I always like to hear the passengers board. So with the one airplane you actually do see the passengers, with the other not. Maybe I have to add this livery to GSX. Maybe that's how it works. So 36 left.
Hello.
Hey, Jacko Mongo, how are you doing, man? Thanks for saying hi.
Posso ver seu cartão de embarque?
So V1 is 154, V rotate 155, V2 is 159. Position altitude 13,000. We'll have to change that to 14,000 according to the AT's information. That's 1 up to 0.3, flex takeoff temperature 64. Plus reduction acceleration 2990. Engine out acceleration 3490. Alright, so let's add these numbers. 154 is our V1. 155, 159. Position altitude 14,000.
Good morning.
Flaps to 1. That is up 0.3. And flex takeoff temperature 64 degrees. Hey, thanks, man. Thanks for subscribing, Jacko Mongo. Appreciate it. Hope you enjoy, dude. Flex takeoff temperature 64. Let's do this quickly double check. 64 degrees, up 0.3. We got that. 3990. 3490. Oh, it's looking good.
Posso ver seu cartão de embarque?
Have a look outside real quick. Nice and warm here in Madrid. That's how's the boarding doing. Let's have a look at GSX.
Olá.
We'll not bring too many passengers. It's not a very big airplane. So we got 72 out of 128 already. Right, so let's continue setting up. I think we're pretty much done. So the initial climb was 13,000.
Por aqui, por favor.
Let's get constraints on both sides. Not standard QNH, well, 1021. And the APU is running, so let's turn on the APU bleed and we can start cooling this sucker down. Because if you look at the condition page, you probably see it's quite hot in the cab. Where is it? It's condition.
Bom dia.
So there's a 37 on the flight deck, 30 and 30 in the forward and the aft section of the cabin, so it's real damn hot. So at least you can cool it down a little bit. See anything else? So we have the fuel on board. We have 5.880. Let's turn on the seatbelt sign and the no smoking sign will come up too. Aircraft also found its position. It's also good news.
Por aqui, por favor.
Oops, predictive wind shear can come on.
Welcome me on board.
Right, so basically we're waiting for the boarding to finish. and then we can request pushback. So let's have a look. Runway 36 left. Our position is Tango 19er, so we'll push back probably nose to the right onto India 9er. We'll follow that. This always looks overly complicated. Where's our runway? 36 left, right here.
Bom dia.
Right, so we'll see it when we get our clearance. Not looking too crazy at least.
Bom dia.
We still have some passengers boarding. I always like when you can see the passengers walking through the jetway. It just gives it an extra little, I don't know, like a little feeling.
Good morning.
So clean speed 207.
Welcome on board.
And I believe we also have a company message, so let's have a look at that. We'll go to MCDU menu, DSU, AOC menu, and receives messages. Look at the load sheet. I think one is the preliminary load sheet. There you go. And then the final load sheet up here. Zero fuel at 55.3. Passengers 128. 30.7. Fuel tanks 58909. Got the cargo distribution in there. It's all looking very pretty.
Good morning.
Let's see what the boarding is doing.
Bom dia.
So 107 out of 128. So we're definitely getting that.
Leaving aboard.
Unfortunately today we won't see any passengers. The boarding is about to wrap up. That means that we can also almost start our engines and push back. Let's turn on the beacon. We already have the AP1. Let's get our fuel pumps. The last couple of flights with the Airbus, I kept forgetting to turn on the fuel pumps for some reason.
This way.
Other than that, I think we're pretty much set up here. So, close the flight deck door now. But we're about ready to push back and start our engine. Let's lock the flight deck door. Do we have any final passengers here walking through the jetway? There we see a pair of legs. Right, sir. Welcome aboard. There's some more pairs of legs. And then we're set up, so let's stay on the APU and we'll disconnect, or we'll turn off the external power, I should say. And we will disconnect it here in the ESD, or through the ESD, I guess. And ground services, EPU can go, and we can also remove the chocks and codes. Cargo doors may close as well. So once the boarding has finished, we will let's go contact ground 121.908. 121.908. We're on ground. And boarding's been completed. Ground, good morning, Air Portugal 1019, boarding complete, request push and start.
Air Portugal 1019, push and start approved. Face northwest.
Face northwest, Air Portugal 1019, thank you. Right, face northwest. So that is nose to the right, tail to the left. Here, so nose to the right, tail to the left, to get us onto Indian Island. Let's also have a look at our departure. South runway 36 left. We got the Charlie Sierra 2X, right? For the slight right turn after departure, and then we'll follow that on to Mike Delta 040, and the rest should be flown by the autopilot anyway. And what's this sucker called? Suárez? I'm not sure if I pronounced that sucker correctly. I'm sorry if I'm totally butchering that name. I guess it's one of the perks of being an ignorant pilot. But funky. Alright, all kidding aside. Temperature's nice and stable now in the cabin. Alright, so that will nose to the right, tail to the left. Parking brake release. No unlock yet. Parking brake release. Alright, engine number 1.
Iberia 149er contact tower on 118.08.
Tower, Iberia 149er.
Iberia 03 Sierra Yankee contact tower on 118.08.
Over to tower, Iberia 03 Sierra Yankee. Air Nostrum 29er Victor Hotel request push and start.
Air Nostrum 29er Victor Hotel pushback approved.
Alright, so far this is looking good.
Pushback and start approved. Air Nostrum 29er Victor Hotel.
Let's start engine number 2.
Air Nostrum 1377 contact tower on 118.08.
Over to tower, Air Nostrum 1377.
Echo Charlie Tango Yankee Golf ready to taxi.
Echo Charlie Tango Yankee Golf. Runway 36 right taxi. Via Charlie Bravo. Charlie 1. Mike. Alpha Mike 1. Alpha Alpha Yankee 2. Runway 26 right taxi via Charlie Bravo. Charlie 1. Mike. Alpha Mike 1. Alpha. Alpha. Yankee 2. Echo Charlie Tango Yankee Golf.
Right, 2 running engines. Let's confirm.
Cockpit to ground. We have a good engine start. You can disconnect.
Air Nostrum 1113 contact tower on 118.08.
Over to tower, Air Nostrum 1113.
Echo Charlie Hotel Oscar Tango, contact tower on 118.08.
118.08 for tower, Echo Charlie Hotel Oscar Tango.
Air Nostrum 29er Victor Hotel ready to taxi.
Air Nostrum 29er Victor Hotel. Runway 36 left taxi. Via Whiskey, Alpha Zulu, Romeo 8, Zulu 2.
Runway 36 left taxi via Whiskey, Alpha Zulu, Romeo 8, Zulu 2, Air Nostrum 29er Victor Hotel.
Alright, cool. So the boarding has finished, pushback completed. Then we can go ahead. Request for taxi.
Iberia 271 ready to taxi.
Iberia 271, runway 36 left taxi. Via Echo Alpha 6, Echo Alpha 5, Gate 12, November 4, Bravo November 1, Zulu 3.
Gives us some serious taxi
Runway 36 left taxi via Echo Alpha 6, Echo Alpha 5, Gate 12, November 4, Bravo November 1, Zulu 3, Iberia 271.
Ground, Air Portugal 1019 requesting taxi.
Air Portugal 1019er, runway 36 left taxi, via India 9er, Gate 4, Golf 4, Alpha, Alpha Zulu, Romeo 8, Zulu 2.
36 left, India 9er, Golf 4, Alpha, Alpha Zulu, Romeo 8, Zulu 2, Air Portugal 1019. Right, so no clue what I just read back to her, but let's see. I heard some gate in there which I didn't read back. Sounded weird to me. So India 9er, Golf 4. Where the hell? Oh, there you go, gates, yeah. 84, call for not really sure what comes next, Alpha and Alpha Zulu. So basically we'll get on this side here and it will take us, let's see, I'm totally lost here, man. I was just gonna drive over there and we'll be fine. Let's have a look outside and everything is still okay.
Iberia 08 Delta Delta. Push approved. Expect taxi shortly.
Pushback and start approved. Iberia 08, Delta Delta.
Iberia 265, ready for push and start.
Iberia 265, pushback approved. No conflicting traffic.
Taxi light.
Pushback approved, Iberia 265.
This can go off.
Air Nostrum 23 Foxtrot Lima ready for push and start.
Air Nostrum 23 Foxtrot, Lima pushback approved. No conflicting traffic.
Parking brake release.
Roger, pushback approved.
Yeah, let's see if we can get ourselves lost here on the Madrid airport.
Iberia 271 contact tower on 118.08.
118.08 for tower, Iberia 271.
That's the cabin reporting ready. That's quick.
The cabin is now secure for takeoff.
Awesome, thank you. What is that ominous looking black thing here? Oh, it's just a lane?
Itinerary,
Okay.
61 contact tower on 119.5.
You never know, simulator sometimes you might just run over some steam or something.
119.5, Itaro 61.
And you know, your airplane starts shaking around.
Taron 415 Kilo, taxi to parking via Kilo 5, Kilo Alpha 4, Kilo Charlie, Mike 27, Mike Gate 2, India 8.
Kilo 5, Kilo Alpha 4, Kilo Charlie, Mike 27, Mike Gate 2, India 8, term 415 Kilo.
Air Nostrum 23 Foxtrot Lima ready to taxi.
Air Nostrum 23 Foxtrot, Lima, runway 36 left taxi via Whiskey, Alpha Zulu, Romeo 8, Zulu 2.
Runway 36 left taxi via Whiskey Alpha Zulu, Romeo 8, Zulu 2, Air Nostrum 23 Foxtrot Lima.
Iberia 265, ready to taxi.
Iberia 265, runway
she's a
36
cute little
left
plane,
taxi.
look at that.
Via Delta, India 4, Romeo Alpha Zulu 3, Romeo 8, Zulu 2.
Runway 36 left taxi via Delta India 4, Romeo Alpha Zulu 3, Romeo 8, Zulu 2, Iberia 265.
Air Nostrum 29er Victor Hotel contact tower on 118.08.
118.08 for tower, Air Nostrum 29er Victor Hotel.
Romeo 8.
Iberia 08, Delta Delta ready to taxi.
Iberia 08 Delta Delta.
Zulu 2.
Runway 36 right taxi via Echo Bravo Alpha Yankee 2.
Runway 36 right taxi via Echo Bravo Alpha Yankee 2, Iberia 08, Delta Delta.
Iberia 06 Delta Charlie, request push and start clearance.
Iberia 06 Delta Charlie, push and start at your discretion.
Roger, pushback approved, Iberia 06 Delta Charlie.
Air Nostrum 07 Kilo Lima, request push and start clearance.
Air Nostrum 07 Kilo. Lima. Push and start at your discretion.
Roger. Pushback approved. Air Nostrum 07 Kilo Lima.
Iberia 06 Delta Charlie, ready to taxi.
Iberia 06 Delta Charlie. Runway 36 left taxi via Echo Bravo 6, Echo Bravo 2, Mike Bravo 2, Zulu 1.
Runway 36 left taxi via Echo Bravo 6, Echo Bravo 2, Mike Bravo 2, Zulu 1, Iberia 06 Delta Charlie.
Iberia 137, doors closed, ready for push and start.
Iberia 137, push and start at your discretion. Iberia 673, pushback approved, no conflicting traffic.
Well, look at that, we're being followed by the... What's it, a 350? That's looking funny. Getting close and then stopping. The yanking air. So yeah, the taxi clearance sounds way too complicated. We're just following Alpha. Alpha 14 will take us to Romeo 1. But actually, Romeo 8. Let's do that.
36 right taxi via Whiskey, X-ray Sierra Alpha Yankee 2.
Runway 36 right taxi via Whiskey, X-ray, Sierra, Alpha, Yankee 2, Air Nostrum 07 Kilo Lima.
Iberia 265 contact tower on 119.5.
Going to tower, Iberia 265, thanks.
Iberia 06 Delta Charlie. Give way to the company A350 on your right.
Giving way to the company A350, Iberia 06 Delta Charlie.
Air Nostrum 23 Foxtrot, Lema contact tower on 119.5.
Going to tower, Air Nostrum 23
So let's take a right
thanks.
at Alpha Zulu 3 onto Romeo 8. That is 1, 2, let's say basically the second to the right.
137, ready to taxi.
Iberia 137, runway 36 right taxi via Echo Bravo 2, Golf 14, Gate 14. Kilo Alpha 1, Alpha Yankee 2.
Runway 36 right taxi via Echo Bravo 2, Golf 14, Gate 14, Kilo Alpha 1, Alpha Yankee 2, Iberia 137.
Iberia 08 Delta Delta contact tower on 118.08.
Switching to tower, Iberia 08 Delta Delta.
Iberia 673, runway 36 left taxi via Delta 2, Sierra Alpha 17, Mike Charlie, Romeo 5, Zulu 2.
Runway 36 left taxi via Delta 2, Sierra Alpha 17, Mike Charlie, Romeo 5, Zulu 2, Iberia 673.
Okay, so here we are.
Portugal 1019er, contact tower on 118.08. Have a good afternoon.
118.08, Portugal 1019, good afternoon, bye-bye. Set the parking brakes, 118.08. And we'll also need to set 124.23. 124.23. Tower, good morning, Air Portugal 1019 and holding short, 36 left, ready for departure.
Air Portugal 1019er, Barajas Tower, runway 36 left, hold short, you're number 1 behind the 320.
Hold short, 361, Air Portugal 1019er.
Contact departure.
Going to departure, Iberia 265, thanks.
1 Quebec Max, test takeoff config. Looking good.
Going to departure, Iberia 08 Delta Delta, thanks.
Doesn't really make a lot of difference, does it? The internal lights. Where was it? Right, so we're waiting for a takeoff clearance now. Holy hell, that was loud.
Traffic.
The cabin is ready.
Air Portugal 1019er, runway 36 left, line up and wait.
36 left, line up and wait, Air Portugal 1019er. Parking brake released, let's get our landing lights.
Air Portugal 1019er, runway 36 left, winds calm, cleared for takeoff.
36 left, cleared for takeoff, Air Portugal 1019er.
KLM 77 Golf, winds calm, runway 32 left, cleared to land. 32 left, cleared to land, KLM 77 Golf.
Going to departure, Air Nostrum 23 Foxtrot Lima, thanks.
Right, let's start the time. And let's go. Rotate. Positive right, gear up.
Iberia 673 at 36 left, ready when able. Iberia 673, winds calm, runway 36 left, cleared for takeoff. 36 left, cleared for takeoff, Iberia 673, thanks. Air Portugal 1019er, contact Madrid departure on 124.23.
Calls departure, Air Portugal 1019er. Departure, Air Portugal 1019er, 4000, climbing 13,000.
Air Portugal 1019er, Madrid departure identified, climb 13,000.
Climb 13,000, Air Portugal 1019er. flaps up. I'm guessing the flaps could still be okay. Let's just keep on climbing now. And let's go manage climb. Manage speed.
Departure, Iberia 673, 2000 for 4000.
Iberia 673, Madrid control, radar contact, climb and maintain 10,000.
That's 3 minutes into the flight, the time is 10:12. And when can we expect a stop of descent? (10:40). It's about 28 minutes from now. Get back to the flight deck. We're past 10,000 feet, and here comes
Iberia 06 Delta Charlie, 2000 for 4000.
13,000.
Iberia 06 Delta Charlie, Madrid control, radar contact, climb and maintain 12,000.
Landing lights can come off.
Iberia 06 Delta Charlie.
Air Portugal 1019, climb flight level 200.
Climb flight level 200, Air Portugal 1019. Transition altitude. Let's go standard, both sides. And we can also turn off the seatbelt sign. And the no smoking sign, well, it should stay on, but we'll put it auto just so we don't have it here the whole time. So now 7 minutes into the flight. Estimated fuel on board on touchdown, 3.4 thousand.
Air Portugal 1019er, contact Madrid control on 118.275.
Madrid control 118.275, Air Portugal 1019. Madrid control, good morning, Air Portugal 1019. Flight level 174, climbing, flight level 200. We are 27 nautical miles from Avila.
Portugal 1019er, Madrid control identified. Saludos, climb flight level 280.
Climb flight level 280, Air Portugal 1019.
Iberia 06, Delta Charlie, contact Seville control on 132.475. Over to Seville control, Iberia 06, Delta Charlie, so long.
Control, Air Nostrum 1281, flight level 170.
Air Nostrum 1281, Seville control identified, continue. Seville control, good afternoon, Iberia 06, Delta Charlie, flight level 170. Iberia 06, Delta Charlie, Seville control identified.
Madrid control, good afternoon, Iberia 151, flight level 310.
Iberia 151, Madrid control identified. Iberia 151, contact Seville control on 132.475.
Over to Seville control on 132.475, Iberia 151.
Iberia 06, Delta Charlie, contact Bordeaux control on 125.79er. 125.79er for Iberia 06, Delta Charlie.
On the way to Longa.
Iberia Express 15, November Delta, contact Casablanca radar on 125.5. Over to Casablanca radar, Iberia Express 15, November Delta, so long.
Air Portugal 1019, climb flight level 330.
Climb flight level 330, Air Portugal 1019. Alright. Top of descent, 10:41. 20 minutes. So let's check the weather.
Air Nostrum 77 Echo, Mike, contact Lisbon on 127.255.
Switching to Lisbon on 127.255, Air Nostrum 77 Echo Mike.
Trying to find now the ATIS for our arrival, 124.155.
Madrid Control, Iberia Express 15 November Delta, flight level 200.
But we might still be a little bit far out. Oh, let's see. 124.155.
Iberia Express 15 November Delta, contact Seville, control
That is not picking up yet.
132.475.
And we'll look in here in the meantime.
132.475 for Iberia Express 15 November Delta.
118.275 Alpha and 39 Whiskey Kilo, thanks. Madrid Control, good afternoon, Alpine 39 Whiskey Kilo, flight level 310.
2350 at 12 knots. Kilometer 02 should be fine. Few clouds at 2000. Temperature 23, QNH 1022, and we got 10 kilometers or more visibility. So, runway 02 it is. So ILS runway 02. Airport elevations 330 feet. Localizer India Lima India 109.1, but this should be on the red nav page automatically. Might not be there now. Oh, there it is. India Lima India 109.1, and the final approach goes 023. I don't know why it's sometimes. Oh, there, hurry.
QNH 1022. Transition level 50. Drone activity reported in the vicinity. Monitor for updates. Advise on initial contact, you have information Tango.
Tango.
Humberto Delgado Airport, information Tango. 1000 Zulu. Arriving and departing runway 02. Wind 360 at 12. Visibility 10. Scattered at 2800. Temperature 25. Dew point 16. QNH 1022. Transition level 50. Drone activity reported in the vicinity.
Alright, we got our information. 360 at 12, visibility 10 or more, and temperature 25, and QNH 1022, transition level 5000. So I have this in our, yeah, so here it says 023, and here it says 025 actually. I'm not really sure why that is. Sometimes I see this discrepancy happening in the air, but I don't know why that is. And let's create a fix. So see, at pass X, the glide slope will start to take us down. That's at 4,000 feet. That will be 11.3 nautical miles from India, Lima, India. So it's quite far. It is still a 3-degree downslope. Okay. Let's see, but we're starting at 4,000, so I guess it makes sense. So let's put one at 11 miles and maybe one at 20, but we just have a little bit of headroom. So that's our cruising altitude.
151 contact Bordeaux control on 125.105. On to 125.105, Iberia 151, good day.
Lima, Papa, Papa, Tango. Zero, 2. And the radio will be 205. And the radius, we cannot do decimals, so let's go a little early. Let's go 12 nautical miles. And then we'll also do Lima, Papa, Papa, Tango. At 205. And let's say 20 nautical miles. See if this makes any sort of sense. So we have Charlie Sierra 01 coming up, and then the top of this tent, then ELVAR, UPULO, Papa Tango 805.
Turkey 6 Juliet Sierra contact, auto control on 125.105.
So this is looking funky as hell, man.
But we'll probably get back. Turkey 6 Juliet Sierra, so long.
But at least we have our range links. Let's get the airport in the middle a little bit more. So that should work fine. So the QNH was 1022. Let's quickly preset it as follows, 1022, and then we go back to standard. And the airport chart, so we'll look at the place that we're going to be landing. Runway 02, basically it's just this runway right here. So that's long enough. We can use auto brake low. Runway 02, probably vacate Hotel 4, and get back onto uniform for Alpha 5, and we'll probably get around here somewhere. Terminal 1. So 12 more minutes until the top of descent. I will quickly cap into the galley. I'll be right back.
Flight level 390.
Iberia 137, civil control identified, continue. Air Portugal 1019, traffic at your 12 o'clock, 2 miles, same altitude 737. Turkey 6 Juliet Sierra contact, Bordeaux control on 125.105.
125.105 for Turkish 6 Juliet Sierra.
Air France 907 Romeo November contact Madrid. Control on 118.275.
Alright, so let's set up some information for our landing. We go to the berth bridge, next phase, then we get to our approach, so QNH is 1022. Temperature 25, wind 360 at 12. Transition level 5000, so we do 050, there we go, giving us final approach speed of 129 knots. Now the decision altitude, let's check the category 2-3 ILS chart. We're safe at 100 radio altitude, so 100, put that into radio. There we have it. Clean speed 217 knots. Top of descent, 51 nautical miles. And we'll use auto brake low. So proper descent in 44 miles at 10:42.
Air Portugal 1019, traffic at your 12 o'clock, 5 miles, same altitude A320.
Well, I do not see the traffic, man. There's also nothing showing actually. Here, let's zoom in. I don't know, they passed. We do also have a company message. Let's have a look at that. No ADC required. That's always good. But there's no tailX message. I would like the tailX message, then we'll know which gate is assigned to us. Why does it think we're still in climb? What's the Airbus logic that I'm not following here? So we did have flight level 330 as our cruising altitude, so not so sure if I'm missing that. Let's also have a look before we start landing at our missed approach. There's just a little line out, so probably getting vectors. Climb straight ahead to flight level 060 and then contact approach. We now have a new company message. That could be our tailX. There it is, tailX.
Ryanair 893, Yankee Lisbon Center identified.
April 12, gate 124. Gate 124, let's right here, Terminal 1. So as I said, we'll land on runway 02 and then we'll probably vacate uniform 4. Then we'll get back, let's see what's it called here, Hotel 4, and then they'll take us onto uniform 4 and then onto, what is it, uniform 3 or Alpha, yeah, Alpha 5. A little bit more down.
Azores 120, contact Lisbon Center on 123.98.
I think I'm missing something here. Probably Tango 4. Stay on the main taxiway, but we'll see once we arrive. But we'll vacate to the right. So descent is coming up. Madrid Control, Air Portugal 1019, request and descent.
Air Portugal 1019, contact Lisbon Centre on 127.255.
Lisbon, stand by.
Air Portugal 1019, descend via UPULO 2 Alpha to 4000 into Lisbon, QNH 1022.
Descend via the UPULO 2 Alpha to 4000 to Lisbon, QNH 1722. Air Portugal 1019.
Lisbon Center, good afternoon. Touristic 9er Yankee Tango, flight level 370.
Touristic 9er Yankee Tango, Lisbon Center identified.
Lisbon Center, good afternoon. Air Portugal 1019.
Air Portugal 1019er, Lisbon Center identified. Good afternoon.
Right, cool. So we started our descent. And our touchdown time should be 11:19. That's about a little over 30 minutes from now. But it might be earlier because I think they're probably not going to make us fly the entire thing. We're probably going to give us vectors, so we'll have a little bit less track miles than the SMGC is anticipating.
Air Portugal 1019er. Expect the ILS runway 2 approach into Lisbon. Advise you have information, Tango.
I expect ILS 02 into Lisbon, and we can confirm. We have information, Tango. Air Portugal 1019er, thank you.
Air Portugal 101-Niner, direct Papa Tango 843.
Direct Papa Tango 843.
Vueling 4 Tango Kilo contact Lisbon on 123.755.
123.755, Vueling 4 Tango Kilo, thanks.
Europa 56 contact Seville control on 132.475.
At 12. Visibility 10. Standard at 2800. Temperature 25. Dew point 16.
Ryanair 59er Quebec contact Lisbon Center on 123.908.
Drone activity reported in the vicinity. Monitor for updates. Advise on initial contact. You have information Tango.
Alright, we're still on information Tango.
Ryanair 59er Quebec. Contact Lisbon on 123.755.
123.755 for Ryanair 59er Quebec.
Let's go to open the stand for a little bit.
Air Canada 813 contact Barcelona control on 133.08.
Should cut it down a little bit quicker. Because I'm expecting they're probably going to factor us in very tightly. So it would be nice if we don't overshoot or anything. I do not feel like doing a go around. It looks like there's a hole in our flight plan. I don't know if I did that on accident, but that would explain the weird setup that we see right here. Let's quickly check. That's SpaceX. Well, screw that hole, man. sure if what I'm doing makes any difference. Yeah, it does. It didn't remove the first time. So on our way to Papa Tango 843, then Papa Tango 841. Can we get a little bit closer? But honestly, this is going to be very, very weird. But we are still quite far out at this ring. We're at like 14 miles or something.
Air Portugal 101 Niner, contact Lisbon, approach on 125.13.
125.13, Air Portugal 101 Niner, bye-bye. Lisbon approach, good morning, Air Portugal 101 Niner. Flight level 176, descending, flight level 40. We are 4 or 5 nautical miles from Papa Tango 843.
Air Portugal 1019, Lisbon approach, identified. Good afternoon.
Let's turn on the seatbelt signs. Ladies and gentlemen, from the flight deck, this is your captain speaking. Please return to your seats and make sure your seatbelts are securely fastened. We have started our descent into Lisbon, where we will be arriving in approximately 20 minutes. The local temperature this morning will be 25 degrees centigrade. We'll have a bit of a breeze, but we are expecting, as usual, a very smooth touchdown. On behalf of Air Portugal and the entire crew, thank you for your attention.
Close 240 knots for spacing, A330 in trail.
240 knots for spacing, Air Portugal 1019. We'll also get some speed brakes out then. Speed brake retract.
speed 200 knots, A331 miles ahead.
Speed 200 knots, Portugal 1019.
November Lima, contact Lisbon Center on 123.9 AM.
Switching to Lisbon Center on 123.9 8, easy 72 November Lima.
Portugal 1019. Turn right, heading 250. Vector for the ILS runway 2 approach.
Right, heading 250, Portugal 1019. Right, heading 335, Portugal 1019.
Airport 1019. Resume normal speed, no traffic and trails.
Normal speed, Portugal 1019, thank you. Let's go to 20 knots. Actually, we're 50 knots come out. No, let's just keep on slowing down, actually.
Portugal 1019. 5 miles from Nesbo. Turn right, heading 015. Send 3000 until established on the localizer. Cleared for the ILS runway 2 approach.
Right, heading 015, descend and maintain 3000 until established the localizer. Cleared for the ILS approach 02. Air Portugal 1019.
Air Portugal 231, contact Lisbon Center on 123.908. Over to Lisbon Center on 123.908, Air Portugal 231 Papa.
We're way too close, man. This is never going to work.
1019, contact Lisbon Tower on 118.105.
118.105, Portugal 1019. Tower, Air Portugal 1019, missed approach.
Air Portugal 1019 at Lisbon Tower, expect late landing clearance, runway 02.
Air Portugal 1019, missed approach.
101-er. Execute missed approach procedure. Contact departure on 125.13.
Missed approach procedure going to approach Portugal 1019. Approach Portugal 1019 6100. Missed approach. Request factors for ILS 02.
Air Portugal 1019er, execute missed approach procedure.
Say again, Portugal 1019er.
Air Portugal 1019er, execute missed approach. Give me 1 second.
Approach Air Portugal 1019 6000 feet. Request vectors ILS 02.
Air Portugal 1019er, turn left heading 285, vectors for the ILS, runway 02 approach.
Left heading 285, thank you, Air Portugal 1019. So we need to be 4,000 feet at PESEX. Approach Air Portugal 1019, request vectors ILS 02.
Air Portugal 1019, turn left heading 185, vectors for the ILS runway 02 approach, speed below 200 knots.
Left heading 185 and speed below 220 knots, Air Portugal 1019.
Air Portugal 1019, slow to 170 knots for spacing 320 mil in trail.
170 Air Portugal 1019.
Air Portugal 1019, speed 185 knots.
Speed 185 knots, Air Portugal 1019.
Air Portugal 1019, turn left heading 160.
Left heading 160, Air Portugal 1019.
Air Portugal 1019, turn left heading 165, vectors for the ILS runway 02 approach.
Left heading 165, Air Portugal 1019.
Air Portugal 1019, no traffic ahead, resume normal speed.
Normal speed, thank you, Air Portugal 1019.
Air Portugal 1019, resume normal speed.
Normal speed, Air Portugal 1019.
Air Portugal 101, Niner, traffic at your 12 o'clock, 4 miles, same altitude 320 mil. Line 3 Hotel Echo contact Lisbon Center on 123.908.
123.908, Beeline 3 Hotel Echo.
Portugal 1019, turn left heading 070, descend 4000.
Left heading 070, descend 4000, Portugal 1019.
Air Portugal 231, Papa contact Lisbon Center on 132.255.
132.255, Air Portugal 231 Papa.
Lisbon Center, Air Portugal 231 Papa, flight level 240.
Air Portugal 1019, turn left heading 070, descend altitude 3,000 feet until established on the localizer, cleared for the ILS runway 02 approach.
070 and descend and maintain 3000 until established on the localizer, cleared for the ILS 02 approach, Portugal 1019.
Air Device 231, contact Lisbon on 132.705.
132.705, Edelweiss 231.
Air Device 231, Lisbon identified. Europa 41, Romeo Golf contact civil control on 132.475.
Switching to civil control on 132.475, Europa 41 Romeo Golf.
Localizer capture. Get off the gear as well.
Air Portugal 1019, contact Lisbon Tower on 118.10 Alpine 5.
Go to Tower, Air Portugal 1019. Bye-bye. Tower, good afternoon, Air Portugal 1019. We are 7 nautical miles established on the localizer.
Air Portugal 1019 Lisbon Tower, Roger. Continue approach runway 02.
Continue approach runway 02. Air Portugal 1019. Cabin crew, take your seats for landing.
Air Portugal 1019, runway 02, wings 360 at 12. Clear to land.
Clear to land, Air Portugal 1019. correct, autopilot off.
Approaching runway 2.
Above. 100 above.
Okay.
Minimum.
Continue. Flat.
20. Retard.
Vital.
Retard. 10. 5.
Welcome to Lisbon, everybody. Reverse.
Air Portugal 1019er, contact ground on 121.755.
Ground on 121.755, Portugal 1019. Ground, good morning, Air Portugal 1019, runway vacated, request taxi. Ground, good afternoon, Air Portugal 1019, runway vacated, request taxi to gate 124.
Air Portugal 1019er, taxi to apron 12 gate 124 via uniform 4 Alpha. Good day.
Uniform 4 Alpha, Air Portugal 1019, bye-bye.
Air France 31 Papa Quebec ready for push. Air France 31 Papa Quebec, pushback approved. Cleared push and start. Air France 31 Papa Quebec.
it Latham, Air France? Air France. Ground at Portugal 1019. We have a Air France pushing back in front of us. Ground at Portugal 1019. Just be advised, we will drive through the Air France. Air Portugal 1019, going through. Alright, 125, then 124 is, I think, the next one. Here we are. Here we are. Parking correct set. The walk outside. Looks like we're still in one piece. That's cool. That's it, man. So thank you very much for checking, everybody. And Jack Omongo, thank you for your subscribing, man. I really appreciate it. Thank you so much. I hope you enjoyed it. Must say, I certainly enjoyed it myself. I did not like to go around too much, but what can you do? Anyway, here we are. Everybody stay funky as hell, and I will see you at the next video. See you later. Bye-bye.